Alright, so what is good, YouTube? It's your boy LegendaryEA, and we are back here for another ranking. And you guys asked for this video. Last week I did make a video ranking my top 30 players in the NBA, and I did say that if you guys got a certain amount of likes on that video, I would go ahead and make my all-time list. And for that video, I did top 30. You guys wanted a top 30 for this video, but doing a top 30, y'all don't understand how hard that actually is. And then I even tried to cut this thing down to a top 15, and after like number 12, I was like, bruh, like, the one problem with ranking all these players is that it's very subjective. You have to go through eras, their greatness, and yeah, these are the top 10 greatest players of all time. I'm not going solely off of a talent basis. I'm going off of what they achieved and their talent as well, and also their impact off the court as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and like it up and subscribe. This is Saturday, so I am going to be doing a double upload, so stay tuned for that. Let me know what I should be ranking next. The top point guards of all time, the top shooting guards, the top point guards in the league right now, or the top young players in the NBA. Let me know what you guys want to see. Give me some ideas in the comment section below. And before I get started, if you guys are somebody who cannot tolerate listening to somebody else's opinion and taking something away from it, this video ain't for you, man. Because in this video, I do want to start a discussion, but I want a civil one in the comment section below. I don't want y'all going crazy, all right? I do not want you guys going crazy. This is my list. And another thing that I am going to be saying, I'm not one of those analytic guys like a Nick Wright or a Jason McIntyre where I just say random stuff just to put out a narrative. I'm not going to do that. We're going to be showing respect to everybody on this list, because at the end of the day, I'm somebody who just appreciates greatness. And I think all these players are great. And I do want to start this thing off by actually saying that I am going to be listing off some of the players that just fell short of this, and some of the players who could possibly have made my top 10, but just off of accomplishments, they kind of fell short just a little bit. But yeah, man, just let me know you guys' top 10 and y'all's top 15 in the comment section below, man. I really want to read y'all's comments. I look forward to reading all of them, man. And yeah, I'm pretty much going to lay out all of them and why I put them at that spot. But other than that, man, let's get straight into this video, because I think it's going to be a good one, man. Alright guys, so starting this thing off, of course I told you guys in the intro, originally this was going to be a top 15, top 20 list, top 30 list, but I did just decide to cut it down and make it into the top 10. And like I said before, man, ranking the top 10 after 1 and 2, you could honestly make an argument to like put anybody anywhere after 1 and 2, man. After those first 2 spots, all these lists, you can make an argument why somebody else is better than the other. So it's pretty much also of a personal preference. And like I said, man, I'm not going off of just their analytics and stuff. I'm not doing all of that because I feel like those stats really took the fun out of the game. I'm going off of what you see on film and what they achieved. That's it. LeBron and Jordan, they are gonna of course be on this list. I'm not gonna reveal where, but that little 0.3 field goal percentage one way or the other doesn't mean anything. None of that stuff really matters to me, man. But some of the guys that fell short of this list are players like Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade is definitely a top 20 player of all time, maybe even in that top 15. Actually, he might be in, like, me personally, he's in my top 15. I also have Kevin Durant in my top 15, and I think that by the time he retires, he's gonna slide his way into the top 10. Another player, of course, is Julius Erving, Moses Malone, Oscar Robertson, and honestly, Hakeem Olajuwon could have been at number 10. I'm just gonna keep this thing a whole buck with you. Hakeem Olajuwon could have been at number 10. Of course, man, you can make an argument that he's better than any center on this list just because he dominated every single center that he played, and he played against a lot of Hall of Famers. He dominated all of them during his prime. Now, of course, he's also 13 in rebound. He's 8th in steals. He's number 1 all time in blocks. So yeah, I think that if he probably could have won one more championship, he would have had that 10 spot locked up. But I get the era that he played in. Hey man, honestly, I kind of want to put Hakeem at number 10, but I feel like the number 10 on my list, he's just more recognized. But I do think that Hakeem, the Dream, he's my 11. I'm just gonna start off naming this list, man, because like I said, if you really want to go off of best players of all time, of course, most of them are going to be from this generation, as you know, talent gets better as the generations go on. But I'm going off of greatness, which is off of talent and accomplishments during that time. So yeah, let's start this thing off with number 10. With number 10, I have Tim Duncan. Now look, I know some of you guys would rank Tim Duncan higher, but as I said a minute ago, Hakeem Olajuwon, I would say he's more talented. I'm just gonna keep this thing a whole buck with you. I think Hakeem was more talented. Of course, he was more athletic. He had the dream shake that still works with Joel Embiid today. He's obviously #1 all-time in blocks. But Tim Duncan's greatness, I think, surpasses that. Of course, Duncan is amazing. He's a 5-time champion, 2-time MVP. He's 7th in total rebounds and 6th in all-time blocks. And he's also 12th in player efficiency as well. And he has the 3rd highest defensive rating of all time. Now, of course, longevity is the biggest thing. And we all know that Tim Duncan played for damn near 20 years for the same franchise, the San Antonio Spurs, with Greg Popovich. He won 5 championships, and I think he's the greatest power forward of all time. No cap. I think he's earned that title. So yeah, that's who I have at number 10. And let's head over to number 9, because like I said, I'm going to be giving a brief little synopsis of why I chose them. We're going to move on because this video is probably going to be mad long just because I always start talking about random things. But heading on to number 9, we have Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq Diesel, bruh. Alright, so obviously Shaq is known as the most dominant big man of all time, and dude was a monster. But I do have him right here just because I do feel like the players above him accomplished more and or had more longevity or intangibles. But yeah, Shaq is still a 4-time champion and MVP, and he's 7th in offensive rebounds and 9th in blocks. Of course, Shaq, he's one of the most talented players that we have ever seen. His size was undeniable, and he dominated at every single level. He was able to win a championship with the Lakers. He three-peated, and he was able to get one with Miami with a young Dwyane Wade. We all know Shaq. Shaq dominated this era, especially in the 2000s. And yo, bro, nobody can deny what Shaq is. He's a legend. All right, and heading on to number 7. Alright, so the thing is, with number 7 and 8, I feel like they are extremely close. And at number 7, I have Will Chamberlain. Now, the thing is, people call Shaq the most dominant ever. But let's be honest, if it comes to like stats, the most dominant center in history and one of the most physical freaks of all time is the Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain, of course, he was 7 foot. He reportedly had like a 4.4 40, had a 40-inch vertical. Man was just a monster, but he's a 2-time champion. He's a 4-time MVP. The man's career averages are 30 points per game, 23 rebounds. He's 5th all-time in scoring and as the #1 player efficiency, and he also was 2nd in total win shares with a 247.3 rating. So yeah, Wilt's gotta be up here, man. Wilt is still, that man was definitely inspiring, and if it wasn't for like Bill Russell, he would have a few more championships. But Bill was that guy defensively, man. But that is who I have at number 8. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think about it. At number 7, I have Larry Bird. Larry Legend was amazing, and if it wasn't for injuries, I believe that his legacy would have placed him so much higher on this list. Bird obviously is one half of the reason why the Celtics Lakers rivalry really exists and why it's so relevant now. He's a 3-time champion. He's a 3-time MVP. He was a good rebounder. He was an insane scorer and shooter, and he was a good passer. Look, Bird was the most complete player the game has ever seen. Well, until we go on with this list, you guys are going to see who I actually think it actually is. But Larry Bird can pretty much do it all. I also think that his legacy off the court is amazing as well. Yes, I know that Wilt had his 100-point game. That's cool and all, but I think Larry Legend, look, Larry carried out a dynasty. Wilt didn't do that. I think Larry Bird deserves to actually be at number 7. Let me know what you guys think about this placement as well. I like him here though. At number 6, we have another Celtic. We got Bill Russell. Now, Bill Russell is one of the most disrespected NBA legends ever. But at the end of the day, his influence on the game is just unparalleled. And look, he was the centerpiece for an 11 championship dynasty. He's a 5-time MVP winner. He's second in total rebounds. And yeah, he is first in defensive win shares with a 133.6 rating. Someone now might look back at like his scoring numbers and try to actually belittle what he was able to accomplish back then. But the thing is, whenever it comes to accomplishments, Bill is the GOAT, bro. And he also started one of the greatest dynasties as well. Yo, man, y'all need to start showing some respect to Bill Russell. All right, number 5, I have Kobe Bryant. Now look, Kobe Bryant has easily been a target of the media over the last like 13 months. Dudes like Nick Wright has been coming for this man's head with advanced stats and poor narratives to pretty much disrespect him.
He's just a slightly worse version of Michael Jordan. I know you think my rankings are too exact, but shooting guards, MJ, West, Kobe.
Who the f is this, bro?
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
I gotta get this out here because most of his attacks come from LeBron's fans, and most of LeBron's attacks come from Kobe fans. Do you guys realize that all of these players' fan bases are the reason why y'all's players get so much hate? I just really want to put that out there. There are honestly only 3 or 4 players that you guys can undoubtedly put above Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is a 5-time champion, an MVP, and has the 3rd most points scored of all time. He had, of course, the 81-point game. He's had the most assists for any shooting guard in NBA history. He has the 4th highest usage rate of all time. He also has the most all-defensive first-team selections with Gary Payton and Kevin Garnett. And when it comes to longevity, it's not even a question because his longevity was incredible. And the thing is, he also finished with the 60-point game. So yeah, I have him here.
So since Magic Johnson, only 3 players have won 5 titles as a main guy, 1 or 2. And that's Kobe and Tim Duncan. And how are we gonna discount that Kobe was able to win 5 rings?
And yeah, changed my mind, but you're not going to. Sorry. At number 4, we have Magic Johnson. Now, I think that this is the perfect spot for Magic Johnson. And yeah, just like Larry Bird, he was also a reason for the Celtics-Lakers rivalry being on the map, man. And look, Magic is a 5-time champion, a 3-time MVP. He's also 5th all-time in assists, and he has the 3rd highest offensive rating of all time from Basketball Reference with a rating of 120.8, man. Look, I think that if Magic Johnson would never have gotten sick and he would have played more seasons, I think that he probably would have been the GOAT. Because sometimes these legends' legacy carries them so much, and Magic getting sick through the middle of his prime, I think that really hurt him. And yeah, I think that Magic, look, he won 5 championships and didn't even play all that long. Think of if he would have had a couple of more years even without Kareem playing. They probably could have put something together, but unfortunately, that's not what happened. I have Magic Johnson at number 4, and I think he's just amazing. At number 3, I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or Lou Alcindor, if you want to go by that name. But anyways, yeah, Kareem is the greatest center of all time. You can't argue that. Of course, the unguardable skyhook. Kareem is the #1 scorer of all time. He has 6 MVPs and 6 championships. He's also 4th all-time in career rebounds. He's 3rd in blocks. And yeah, he has the highest win shares of all time with a rating of 273.4. And of course, once again, there is that longevity. And that man Kareem was playing until he was almost in a retirement home. So yeah, I have Kareem here, and I think it's fair. I think it's fair. And the thing is, I think that some of the old heads might try to put him higher. I don't think he's better than these next 2 though. But I definitely have him top 5 of all time, and I got him at that number 3 spot. At number 2, we have LeBron James. Now the thing is, I know a lot of people around my age kind of say that he's a GOAT. And the thing is, while they actually do that, they shit on the past. But the past we learn from it. Even though he's not number one, LeBron is pretty much a 1B type player. And that's not bad at all. LeBron is obviously one of the best all-around players of all time, but that does not necessarily mean the best. LeBron is a 3-time champion. He's a 4-time MVP. He's an amazing playmaker. He has one of the best IQs the game has ever seen. He's a great rebounder. And yeah, he was also a great defender in his prime. And the thing is, he's a freak athlete for his size as well. He's obviously had incredible longevity. And yeah, no doubt he's on the Mount Rushmore. LeBron has literally had an incredible presence on the court. And look, to all of the LeBron haters, what is wrong with people hating on these legends? Why can't y'all just appreciate greatness? All these guys on this list, the ones here, the ones that I left off, they are all great. Stop hating. And at number 1, we have the GOAT in my eyes. The 1A GOAT. We have Michael Jordan. Michael is the GOAT, man. I know that a lot of people my age say that LeBron is the most complete player ever, but the thing is, I think if we want to go that route, we also got to think about Larry Bird. There has been a lot of players that can do multiple things, but the thing is, out of them, I think that Michael Jordan just has the least flaws. Of course, Jordan was always a top defender. He's literally the only player in NBA history to win a Defensive Player of the Year and an MVP in the same season. He literally showed his killer instinct multiple times. Look, he's a 6-time champion. He's 6 for 6 in the finals. He's a 5-time MVP. He was a 10-time scoring champ. He was a 9-time all defensive team selection. He was also a pretty underrated playmaker. He was crazy athletic. He's also 4th all-time in scoring. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And the thing is, as well as LeBron too, both of these players' legacy off is crazy. But the thing is, we still rocking Jordans today. So yeah, I think that his legacy off the court is also pretty insane as well. So yeah, guys, those are my top 10 greatest players of all time in NBA history. Let me know y'all's list in the comment section below. I want to know y'all's list 1 through 15. I want to know all of them. And yo, try to give me a little brief explanation. And the thing is, I want this to be a civil discussion. I don't want you guys starting crazy war zone. I just want to see what you guys got to say. But anyways, guys, make sure to go ahead and like this video, and of course subscribe, and let me know who we should talk about next and who we should rank next. I really want to hear y'all's thoughts and y'all's opinions. But other than that, make sure to go ahead and follow me on Twitter at LegendaryEA. And yeah, like I stated in the intro, man, doing these top 10 lists are kind of hard, especially if we're looking at all time, because you pretty much got to weigh in everything: the era, the impact, and just the greatness and accomplishments in general. That's what we got to look at, man. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.